Okay, so hey Be More. Hey Twin Flamers. I'm gonna talk while I'm making like a homemade pizza with garlic bread, some spaghetti sauce, some pepperoni. Let's see. Aquaman is in the background playing on TV. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I have. Hold on. Whenever I'm doing stuff, I always clean up the fridge a little along the way. That's what I'm doing right now. But you know what? Somebody ate the pepperoni, so I think. Hold on. Oh. Hold on. Let me try to see. I guess it's a cheese pizza. Huh. Wait a minute, let me just check one more place. Yeah, there's no pepperoni. Okay, that's okay. There's no pepperoni in the house. That's okay, whatever. Cheese. And, see, hold on. There might be a little sausage. Let's see if I can warm this thing up. Ah, damn. There's so much stuff. Hold on. It's an earthquake. I have a little bit of sausage. So let's see if I can defrost it and it'll work out. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Okay. So, I don't really know how to talk about my twin flame right now, but come on over here with me. Still there. I told you it was an earthquake. I put stuff on my case. I get a clear phone case and I super glue jewels on it. Hold on. So that's why it doesn't fit in any of the tripods and stuff. And I'm using, this is my favorite pizza sauce and just a basic garlic bread. But anyway, so my twin flame. Gotta calm down. I gotta breathe. In with love, out with fear. There's just a lot going on, it feels like. I feel like I'm in a tunnel. Aquaman is a lot of masculine energy. I've been noticing, I've been noticing energy. And a lot of times, of course, I've always noticed energy. So it's not, I don't mean noticed energy. I've been noticing, more specific energies. And a strong, violent, I'm not saying violence is a masculine energy, but it might be. In our history as civilization, men have gone to war. So, men are protectors. Again, I don't mean men, because it doesn't have to be men. Women have masculine energy too. So what I'm trying to say is masculine energy is a protective. Women, there I go again. I'm sorry. I mean masculine and feminine energy, not men and women. It's been traditionally men roles and women roles, but that has got to go. Well, it is leaving. That's the systems that are leaving, is old roles, traditional roles. That was man-made. Man did that. Man said, oh, this is what females are supposed to look and act like. Women. But that was just feminine energy. So that's just feminine energy versus masculine energy. So feminine energy is protective too, but we're more of a nurturing. And I'm not saying that we're not war and go to war, because watch the Viking series, many women, and just in daily life, women go to war. Just you know, I don't know what I'm saying. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. Because I don't want to get into that. What roles of men and women. Be you. Do what makes you. See, I didn't have a father in the house. My mom did everything. Like, she fixed shit around the house. She went camping and put up, you know, she drove a motorcycle. Like, my mom, I don't know if there was a traditional bone in her body. She had her own motorcycle. She wasn't on the back of a man's motorcycle. She had a camper and a station wagon, and she was a mom, single mom, and she backed that camper, you know, attached it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there's this metal ball that you can get attached to your car or your truck to pull stuff, and she would do that all by herself, and like late at night, because we would leave to go camping in the middle of the night. So, you know, she would back that station wagon into the camper and get it right underneath that ball, or put that ball right in its little over that, and attach it, and then go down the road with her camper attached to the station wagon by herself in the middle of the night. She had boots. She was a 5'3". She was 5'3" or something like that. Big belly woman, this tall or so, and drove her station wagon attached to her travel trailer. It was a Terry camper, and she would be on her way in the middle of the night with me and my sister, and then she'd pull into a KOA campground, and she would set everything up, like the sewage onto her camper, the little sewage tube, and then plug in the electricity, and there we would be camping with a Terry travel trailer. So let's see how my sausage is. So my mom was pretty badass and very independent as a woman. And then she would hammer, and we had a pool. She had an above ground pool. An above ground pool is not easy maintenance, you know what I mean? It's above ground. It's got this, you gotta check the pH, you gotta vacuum it and clean it, you gotta have the motor, and she did all that. You know what I mean? I didn't see my dad doing that stuff. My dad had his own apartment, and my dad used to always make fun of my mom and call her crazy and put her down, but that's another thing. And my sausage is going to be okay. And hold on, I'm going to get rid of the TV. So, okay, where am I? I'm back. This is, I don't know, I think this is breakfast sausage, really. But it's not maple, it's just mild. Yeah, I don't think I want to use it. I mean, no, it's mild Italian sausage. That's all it is, mild. So it'll be fine. I'm using it for my... Alright, let's get cooking. Come on. So anyway, you know, it's important to get to know a person like me. So I'm trying to tell you about myself and my upbringing. My grandfather sexually abused me as a little girl. My grandparents lived like 5 minutes away from us. We were always there. I was always spending the night. I adored my grandmother. When I was in my 30s, my mom told me, when I questioned her about if I was sexually abused, she said, oh, no, it couldn't have happened. Not when it happens to you. You're extra careful with your kids. Well, I was at my grandparents' all the time, so it was denial. It was denial, and it's okay. It was denial. No, I didn't have a memory. I stuffed everything. until I was about 30. I was married and started having babies, had 2 sons, and I was triggered all the time. However, I've been in counseling since I was 10. People seem to think, oh, do you go to counselor? Like, that's supposed to fix everything. I've been in counseling since I was 10. That counselor never helped me. I'm serious. What the fuck? I never. He was a Jewish man. He used to take his shoes off and put his feet up on his desk with his socks on. It was like, no. It was my way of my parents trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with me while not being safe to talk to, because they used to not like when I was angry, not like when I was sad, and drag me through life. And I was always scared, shy, and behind my mom's leg. I was always right here, holding on to my mom's thigh. Anyway, moving forward, continuing on in my twin flame journey with my twin flame recently, we've had a very sexual relationship. I sold my sex for a while, not long, but when I lived in Baltimore City, I don't know why I did it. Anyway, we can talk about that another time. I have 5 children. I've been married twice. I have 3 children in heaven, or 4. 2 boys and 2 girls in heaven. 2 abortions and 2 miscarriages. Always hated myself my whole life. Always blamed myself and was never able to talk about or remember my abuse. However, I got triggered all the time. However, when Roseanne Barr came out that she was a sexual abuse survivor, it did something to me. I knew something was going on. I could relate. And that's the first time I ever remember something resonating with me. Anyway, my twin flame and I met, my 3rd twin flame, and I drive for Lyft, and we met in Dundalk at a place, well, Midas. They used to be my mechanic. And they used to be his mechanic too. And we met waiting for our cars to be done. And my interest in him was purely as a sexual, I used to call myself not a sex worker, but a sexual healer. I really believed that it was my purpose to the Black community. Black, because I was always drawn to Black people. Their energy drew me, even as a child. But I later found out that I have African American in my bloodline. So I don't know what that means. It's just telling you. But I believed that I was a healer. My identity was in sex in most of my life. And it is mostly when you're an abuse survivor that had become your identity. Because as a child, that was formed in me at a young age. That it was my identity. So, anyway, that's where I met him, and my interest in him, he was a Black man. He was very interested in me, and he had been a sex worker, but later I found that out. And he said he wanted help in dating because he hadn't dated in years. So there it was a need. I was needed, I felt, and I felt like I knew sexual energy was part of my identity, and I knew that it was powerful and it was spiritual. And so I felt like it was a purpose, and I felt like it gave me value, and I would use what I knew. So it was kind of innocent how I did it, and I was used to being treated the way that you get treated when you're that way. I'm going to put this in the oven, see how this goes. So that's where I met him, and that began our relationship. And after the first night with him, I knew he was different, and something was different about him. And he wasn't a regular client. I knew it. I told him, oh, you can't pay me anymore. The first night, I said, can't take any money from you. It was too amazing. It was too beautiful. He took me to heaven. So we started seeing each other, and then to me, in my mind and heart, we became boyfriend and girlfriend. I couldn't be with anybody else. It was like his energy took over my body when I was with other clients, and I couldn't have sex with anybody else. It wasn't verbal. He said, stop doing that. It was spiritual. I was his. I didn't want anybody else to touch me. So I did it myself. I stopped. And like it wasn't a conversation that we had. And we started seeing each other. Like I met his daughters. We started seeing each other like 3 times a week, doing things together. He wanted me to meet his friends. And that abruptly stopped. And he became very cold. He didn't talk to me for like a month. I think I triggered him or something. I don't know. But he became very cold to me and didn't talk to me for like 2 months. I ended up texting him and crying to him. And he started talking to me and we started seeing each other. That was 3 years ago. And we've only not seen each other for a month here and there, a couple weeks here and there. He still stops talking to me every now, you know what I mean, and stuff. And it's in my journey. I try to put videos a lot of what's going on. So, but we have dinner together. We've gone to the movies. We've gone out to eat. But we mostly spend the night with each other and have sex. And it's amazing sex. It's like, it's not sex. It needs a different name because I've never experienced that. And so I've watched the twin flame community talk about sex and be like, oh, he's the male, the masculine is so bad and they're so dysfunctional and they're so toxic and I just hate them and we're not using our body and all that stuff. But it's not like that. I had this idea that sex is special and that it's something powerful in energy exchange. And we did it well together and it benefited both of us. So I thought I just let it go to spirit. Whatever way we connected that was positive and good for both of us, I allowed. And I just went with the flow and let myself be triggered and worked on that by myself as I was triggered. And invited more light and love into myself as I was triggered and healed a lot and grew a lot. And so now where we're at is we're talking, but I've been again, and he wants to see me Monday, but I don't know. I told him I can't see him Monday. I don't know if I'd love to see him. I love him. I want to be with him. But something is going on in my sexual abuse. I've been really triggered lately and I don't feel special like I'm supposed to feel special as a woman. I feel like my vagina is my heart. My heart is in my vagina. It is. There's a nerve that goes to your heart and everything. It makes you feel love. So I love him, but it's been a roller coaster. He's very casual with me. He won't answer the phone sometimes. He won't call me sometimes. He gives me very little, like the bare minimum. Like it's like I'm at the bottom of his list. And it's in his convenience. And like I said, he doesn't do anything like take me out, like buy me flowers and romance stuff. And even when we have sex, it's not like that. It's not like it's phenomenal, but I'm saying as a woman, I don't feel precious and valuable and that like do you know what I mean? Like the movies and like other relationships where it's all romance and stuff. So I don't know. I know my feeling special has to do with me, not outside of myself. Does that make sense? So I'm not trying to blame him. So I'm working through this. I feel very weak and vulnerable. And I feel very, so I don't want to put that all on him. It's on me to build my, and what I don't know, but that's where we're at. So I just said all that to say that's where we're at right now. I want to be able to talk to him about things and how I feel and stuff and what I need or what I want without it being pressure on him and judgment against him. So that's where we're at. Said all that to say. I'm still breathing in love. I'm still trying to take care of myself as best that I can and even better, and just sort of allow time to heal. And it's a huge wound of mine from childhood. So anyway, that's all. I'm gonna go. I hope this helped in some way or whatever. Maybe it helped me to just talk about it, say where I'm at right now in my twin flame journey. It's not that serious. I wouldn't say we're separation. All this, I don't know. I don't believe in the twin flame community that they put all these, oh, that's your karmic. That's not your twin flame. And oh, that's your false twin flame. And oh, that you're in separation. And just be you and let them just be them and have some relationship with some form of a higher power and trust your guidance and your heart and go. Just be. Don't put all these labels and these. Don't run to other people all the time. Feel your feelings. Have some support. Have a support system. And be patient with yourself and your twin flame. It's all going to be okay. There is a divine plan. I'm seeking the divine plan. I'm seeking the universe to go with the flow of the universe. This is not my gig. This is my twin. This is the universe. This is divine. It's a divine plan. Love you. Be you. It's going to be okay. Breathe.